Okay, top 2 most embarrassing tangents that I could ever give to you and ridicule myself. You're welcome. I'm really bad with clocks. No, but like for real, I don't even want to make it into a joke for my stream, but like I didn't learn how to read non-digital clock properly until maybe 2 years ago, maybe 1 year ago. You guys have no idea how much I was sweating internally my whole life when I ask someone, when I'm like in a room and I want to know the time and I see a clock in the room, but I can't fucking read it. So I asked the person around me what time it is to hopefully have them say it out loud to me by looking at their own arm clock or them reading it out loud for me. And then they just point at the clock and they're like, there, just read it. There's a clock, like something like that. I'm like, yeah. And I look at it pretending that I'm reading it, but I'm like not sure how long does it take to read a clock. I've seen people read it in like 1 second. I've seen people like stutter a little bit and read it in 5 seconds. So I was like nodding and I'm like okay, and then I just accept the fact that I don't know what time it is. We just have digital clocks everywhere anyway, and nobody fucking taught me. When do you learn it? In elementary? I guess I just somehow swooped through the system without learning it. Whenever it came up like in a different way, for example like in math or in language classes, somehow I just always kind of made it through without really knowing. Guessing wrong or not guessing at all. Going to the toilet whenever the clock is on the menu. Yeah, you know how fucking embarrassing this is to me to share right now, and your absolute shookedness, guys? That really hurts me right now. I want to cry. You know, in my first year of HoloLive, I collabed one of those We Were Here Together or so games with Ame, right? There's this one moment where there's a riddle, but it's not about reading the clock in the end. But you may think you have to because there's a clock involved, and you're like, what kind of riddle are we talking, and so on. And we're like trying to compare what she sees on her screen, what I see on my screen. So you kind of want to ask each other, what time do you see on the clock? And I freaked out, and I'm like, oh, I gotta go to the toilet. I'll be back.
And then on the very top one, there's 4 strikes, which are in the 10, 11, 12, and 1 spots, as if the circle of the top knob was a clock.
1 minute later.
I really don't want to interrupt right now, but I really need to go to an idle meeting.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I'll be fast. I promise. Sorry. And then I went to the fake toilet and I was looking up on my phone, solutions and all that. I was sweating and I was feeling really fucking nervous. This was actually kind of fucking traumatic to me. I can't have these kind of moments happen to me again on stream. So I went on YouTube. I watched a video that was made for 5-year-olds perhaps. And I learned how to read the clock. And I think I can read it now.